Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! 17 seconds from Game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan open. Chicago with the lead. Harden got a piece of it. It comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
Tying run at second, 2 out. Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it and to the middle with the 15 to the 20, breaks free of the 25 to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5. Oh! Touchdown!
Toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome, Shawn and Maya in the morning on his TGI Mickey Ficky Friday. It's the weekend, baby. And I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. It's a rainy TGI Friday. You're darn right, baby. You're darn right, Mashawn. Yeah. Hey, listen, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, come on, man. Get with the program. Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button. Now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple, but wait. There's more. Go to the show's page, go to Shawn and Maya in the morning, like that page as well. So not only will you be following Sports Zone Chicago, but you'll be following Shawn and Maya in the morning as well. If you're watching us on our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, come on, man. Keep up with the Joneses in them. All right, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now, if you're watching this on our mobile app, come on, man. Don't tell me you didn't know me on that mobile app. What's wrong with you? All right, so go to wherever you get your apps from. It doesn't matter whether it's iTunes or Google Play or Amazon or Walmart or Kmart or 7-Eleven, Zayre, Zemsky, Macy, Montgomery Ward, Woolworth, Weebles, Gold Blast. It doesn't matter. You go there and you type in Sports Zone Chicago. You download it. You take us with you on the go. So not only do you get Shawn and Maya in the morning 3 days a week, not only do you get our other live shows throughout the week, and not only are they archived there like they are on Facebook and YouTube, but I'll tell you what, we give you a slew, and I mean a slew of articles, thanks to my man Clarence Council III. Big up to Clarence for keeping you abreast of all articles Chicago sports related. If you're watching us on a Roku channel, I like that kind of party, baby. And if you don't know, you better ask somebody. Sports Zone Chicago, we have our own Roku channel. So if you have a Roku television in the house, do us a favor. Download Sports Zone Chicago's channel to your television. Okay? Put it there next to the big boys. Netflix, Hulu, Prime, HBO Plus, Apple Plus, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, all the pluses. Stars. Oh, snap. Stars should be coming up next week. Oh, snap. The new one should be coming out. Tommy. Book 4 should be coming out next week. I'm fired up. Ooh, chart man. You don't even know. You know what? Let me not even. Let's see. Yeah, we got to go to March 7th. Stop it. I thought it was February. Kanan, book 3 is March 7th. Damn. What about Tommy, book 4? Oh, goodness. I don't even know. But anyway. Yeah, anyway. Put us there next to the big boys. We're on the big screen, right? Mickey, Vicky. Now, if you want to tweets the show. You can tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. But if you want to follow me, just me personally online, want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I made it nice and easy for you folks. Nice and easy. One handle for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. All one handle at the Shawn Sierra. Man, we got a great show. We have a lot to talk about today, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or our mobile app, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in the thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, is what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So keep it coming, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. And like The Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the thread. The chat is going crazy. Cornelius Squalls in the house said, what up, sports zoners? What's up, Cornelius? Mr. Shorty's like, top of the morning, zoners. Mr. Shorty's in the house. Black Diamond checking in. Good morning, Papa. He says, top of the morning, gang. That's what I'm talking about. Who else? Brandon Schutz checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Man, Luis Mejia. Hey, what's up, Papa? Rise and grind. How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. James Ford checking in. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. Listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. I don't know a lot about a lot. But that, I can promise you. Man, we got a great show, and I'm telling you, we're talking Bulls, we're talking Hawks, we're talking Bears, we're talking Senior Bowl. We got a lot to talk. Oh, snap. On the East Coast, Jay Grizz checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. How's the weather out there, Jay Grizz? Philly, I think you're in, right? If I'm not mistaken, aren't you in right around Philly? No, you're good, Papa. You're straight. You're good. You're sorry if you're on CP time. That's straight. Aren't you in and around Philly? I believe so, Jay Grizz. Aren't you right around Philly? Okay. Town's got to be going nuts, huh, with their latest Super Bowl appearance and stuff. And we're also going to be talking about those Super Bowl as well. So, man, sit back, relax, and strap it down, man. You know what? We're in a very weird spot right now. We're in a very weird spot. Chicago sports is in a tough spot. Oh, you got cloudy right around Philly. All right, it's overcast, raining. It's 38, 40 degrees here. So not too pretty similar weather. Yeah. So we're in a weird spot. So the Bears are done. All right, the season's over. The playoffs are almost done. One more game a week from Sunday. And then it's dead. And it's not, I shouldn't say really, really dead. Because football is never dead. NFL is never dead. Because you got the Senior Bowl we're going to talk a little bit about today. Down in Mobile, Alabama. All right, and the pitchers catches report. I think Cubs report the 9th, if I'm not mistaken. I think they report Super Bowl Sunday, and the Sox, not that anyone gives a damn, but the Sox report a day or so after. And then the Bulls suck. They're extremely inconsistent. They beat one of the top teams in the West the other day in the Denver Nuggets. And then but before that, they lose to the Atlanta Hawks, who are missing 3 players, 80 points out of their lineup, and they lose to them. Come on. King Booker World checking in. What's up, Papa? How are you? We need you to get your ass to more Bulls games, bro. Oh, Jay Grizz, I live in the same town Ohio State quarterback Will Howard is from, Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Okay, Nice. Black Diamond said, hey, Shawn, you want to laugh? I heard a Packers fan say Dennis Allen is worse than Eberflus. You know what? Packer fans don't know. It's all the years of inbreeding. All right, they don't know. Oh, you 45 minutes? Jay Grizz says you're about 45 minutes outside of Philly. Okay, cool. Is it a nice little suburb, Papa? Is it a cool, kind of chill suburb? Is that where you live? Because that's the way to go, man. You know, I'm a city kid. You're a city guy. You know it. I'm a city guy too, man. Born and bred. Southside. But I tell you what, I like coming home and it's quiet. I like coming home and I ain't got to worry about gunshots. I like coming home and I ain't got to worry about the police sirens. I like coming home, not worried about loud noises and music blasting and people arguing and all this type of stuff. Accidents and people yelling. And I like coming home to that. So, yeah, you okay, cool. Yeah, really, really nice. Good, bro. Good. Definitely a place you want to raise your kids, which you're doing. Excellent, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know, man, my kids can play outside and stuff. You know it's nice then, boy. Oh, man. Mr. Short says, Packer fans may know QBs, but they do not know defense. Hey, they know sure as hell know QB quarterback. Jesus Christ. He sure as hell know about quarterbacks. That's for sure. Oh, snap. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny that Dennis Allen is worse than Eberflus. And even if he is, listen, Eberflus is a good defensive coordinator. Let's keep it a buck. Eberflus is a really good defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? Like, it's the defense, when he left, that defense went to shit. All right? The majority of the games is because we were in those games because he was able to call the defenses. Yeah, he had a couple of some mistakes. Hey, human errors the equation. Unfortunately, you just never know what part it's going to be and when it's going to happen. You know? So, Levette Lee checking in. Good morning, Mama. How are you? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Brandon Shuts, do you watch the news? Not too much, Brandon. It's always about killing and dying and shots fired on the south side, shots fired on the west side. This person died, that person died. A lot of gloom and doom. You know, there's an old saying in the newsroom: if it bleeds, it leads. Yeah, so try not to watch too much news. So, but anyway, pitchers and catches report really soon. And, you know, it's Cub fans, you got something to look forward to. Okay? You definitely have something to look forward to. Sox fans, bump that noise. I'm telling you, I might go to opening day and maybe two other games with the giveaways. You know, so I'll buy like a $7 ticket or two $7 tickets, and I'll bring a friend. Go in and get the giveaway, walk right back out. I'll go right back in, get another giveaway, walk right back out. Then he'll go in, get the second giveaway, walk right back out. So we got 4 giveaways, and then I'm out. And then I'm out. All right, because I opening day I'll probably end up going to again, just because of the fact that there's a lot of people that I don't see. You know, life gets in the way. All right, I'm not really, really close with them, but I'm pretty cool with them, and they're good people. And I know I always see them at my buddy's tailgate, his Hirsch outings. So, yeah, baseball's coming around. I'm looking forward. I'm probably going to try and head down to Arizona in March. Okay. maybe 3 or 4 days, and if for no other reason, just to recharge my God blessed batteries. If for no other reason. All right. And we got to do that sometimes. And it's tough, especially if you're a single parent. You got a lot of times you don't do that, but you got to make it yourself a priority, because you can't fill the cups of others if your cup isn't full. And there's self-care and self-love you got to give yourself. We will talk about that. King Booker World said, I heard a rumor that Dylan Cease might be on his way to the Cubs. The Cubs are one of the teams in contention. So it'll come back full circle. Remember, the Cubs are the team that drafted him. Cubs are the team that drafted Dylan Cease. It was Dylan and Eloy that came over. No, that was a great trade for us. Was it for Quintana? I think it was for Quintana. Black Diamond, don't you dare blaspheme on here, dog. Don't do it. Don't do it. I am never going to that team. All right, they tried when I was a kid. All right, hooked me up or dressed me up in some Cub jerseys and stuff, and I'll find. There's a picture of me somewhere in a Cub jersey. It was on my old Facebook page. It was one of the first pictures. If I find it, I'll bring it out and show you. They tried brainwashing me and everything, and it didn't work. I was smart. Jay Grizz said, crazy thing, I used to catch the Howard, the Dan Ryan, the red line as a kid at 12 years old from Granville. Damn, Granville. Jesus Christ. All the way to the south side and get off on 63rd and catch the 63rd Street bus to Mount Carmel. Damn. I thought you're 12. I thought it was bad. I was in 3rd grade, and we had just moved to the southwest side, right out from Pilsen. It was Marquette Park, white Irish Catholic neighborhood. Bank lost our papers 3 times. I'll tell you the story and how we got the 2 flat. Crazy, it's gangster. My grandma, gangster. This story, when I write my book, the story's going in there. It's gangster. But anyway, my mom wanted me to stay at the old grammar school for 1 more year. The teacher that I was going to have was one that my mom really liked. So I'm in 3rd grade, which is 8 years old. My mom would drive me from 63rd in California all the way to 18th and Western, basically 18th and Levitt, right off of Western, between Western and Damon. Okay, I would stay in the church. Remember, back then churches were open 24/7. So I would literally go stay in the church until the nun came out from the convent next door. She'd come, she'd open the door because I'd usually be right in the foyer. She'd wake me up, and we'd go. She'd open a school, and we go to, I'd go to school. I did this my entire 3rd grade year. And then after school, one of my other cousins, older cousins, had a daughter who was a couple years younger than me, would walk me to SuperBack. I'd hop on the SuperBack bus from Levitt to California, get off, stand by the church's chicken over there on SuperBack in California, and then catch the California bus from SuperBack to 62nd. This was at 8 years old. So, yeah, dog, that was crazy. So I feel you, Papa. I feel you. But man, I'm telling you, one day I'll tell you guys a story. It's let me tell you, gangster. And as I get older, that was one of the reasons I was really close to my grandma because of that story. Yeah, it was dope. King Booker will say, so the White Sox was basically Cease's training ground. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't know how to use him. He did start opening day one year for us, I believe. But Dylan Cease was, it infuriates me because we had a team. Think of that. We had Michael Kopech. All right. We had Dylan Cease. We had Lucas Giolito. Who else did we have? We had a couple other nice young arms. In addition to the Tim Andersons, the Luis Roberts, Yoel Moncada, Eloy Jimenez, Andrew Vaughn. All right. In addition, Jose Abreu. In addition to those guys, we had a squad, and they squandered it. So please understand my ambivalence toward my White Sox. Okay, because they haven't done anything for us in a long time. And I'm telling you, the only reason I'm going out to Arizona, I shouldn't say the only reason. It's a twofold reason. One, I would really like to just reconnect or recharge my batteries. All right. I would love to do that. Catch up with some friends. My guy, Bob, from high school, he's out there, although he might be in Hawaii with his family. But I also got my guy, PLR, that I met back in 2018. So, and just, again, recharge my batteries, get out there, hang out with Red Level. He's a promoter over there. Hit a couple cigar bars, cigar lounges, and literally just recharge my batteries moving forward. Catch a game or two. That would be dope. And I don't even know. It might not. One would be a White Sox game, that's for sure. But I'm not sure if, maybe I'll go see Ohtani, the California Angels, or the Dodgers. I mean, they play at Camelback, just like the White Sox. They share it with the Dodgers, so I can just go there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So we could talk a little baseball today. But Cub fans, you got a lot to be excited about. You have a lot to be excited about. All right, you made some nice signings this offseason. There's still time for you to get Alex Bregman. A lot of people, that would be a coup if you could get him. I know he's in the last year of his contract, probably looking to re-up, but you start adding people. I mean, your pitching staff isn't too bad. Cubs got you got something to look for, man. You do. But as far as my White Sox, and then also we got the trade deadline. We're on the other side of the break. We're going to talk about the trade deadline coming up Thursday. NBA trade deadline. Is Vooch going? We're going to talk about some rumors with him. Zach LaVine, although Zach LaVine's playing well, I'd love to see him stay, but you know what? You got to go. We got to keep that top 10 protected pick this year. We got to be one of the 10 worst teams in the NBA. And we can't be beating teams like Denver. Isn't it? But that's such a weird dichotomy, isn't it? Like on one side, you want the team to win. I want the team to play like they played against Denver at all times. Every game, I want them to play that way. But by the same token, I don't want them to give up. I don't want them to have to forfeit that pick if we fall out of the top 10. So it's a conundrum, quite the conundrum we're in, and it's frustrating for me because I always want my teams to win. I want my teams to win. But looking at a big term, you get one of these kids who's a playmaker, because we'll be in the lottery, and who knows? If we get number one pick, we get Cooper Flagg. You pair Cooper Flagg with Matas Buzelis, Kobe White, Io, Josh Giddey. We got a nice little squad. And I know it's premature, but even P. Will, I know King Booker World is going to shudder. But P. Will looks like he's been a little more aggressive the last couple games. Maybe an influx of talent around him will help. But you know what I said with P. Will. You know what I said. My thing is this. Just put him with the second unit. Listen, homie, you're going with the second unit, and you're going to score. Period. End of story. I need you to score. And let him go to work. He's more confident. He doesn't seem to have to defer to anybody. He's cool. King Booker will said he lost his nickname privileges. And Black Diamond co-signs. You damn right. So Patrick Williams needs to be relegated to the second team, and it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all, especially if that's where you flourish. See, that's the thing about teams. Most of us in this chat have played sports, correct? Most of us have played sports. And many of us have been on championship teams. And the one thing about championship teams that's imperative, is that you give everybody a role, that everybody knows your role. Know your role, jabroni, and shut your mouth. Everyone has to have a role. The role has to be defined, and everyone has to be okay with their role. That might be the best role for him is 6-man or coming off the bench with the second unit and being the Vinnie Johnson, the microwave, scoring against them mugs. Because listen, those points, those buckets when you're playing against the second team, they add up too. They count to the score at the end of the game. And if you're more effective going up against the second unit players, and dude, I told you I wanted that from Jump Street about 3 years ago. But Billy didn't want to do it. But Shawn, you're right. It said his mindset, you can't say P will. It's got to be P won't, P can't, P don't, or Patrick Williams. According to King Booker World. No nickname privileges for Patrick Williams. But you're right. He does have a different mindset when he comes off the bench. He's a lot more aggressive. He's a hell of a lot more aggressive. He's active. The kind of guy you want to see. The kind of guy you drafted in the lottery. Oh, snap. Crazy Ace checking in. What's up, Papa? Calling in from Korea. Damn. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you checking in. No, I hear you, man. Them shit's got to be earned, man. Your nickname's got to be earned. You know? But that's Billy's fault, too. Billy, stop trying to force him. Stop trying to force him into the starting lineup. Take him out of there, and I don't understand, and that's one of the questions no one ever asked him, like, why don't you keep him with the second unit? Because he seems to play better, freer with the second unit. No one's asked him that question. And it might be the money. It might be what they paid him. Like, no, homie, we paid you $90 million. You're going to start. Yeah, just because you pay $90 million doesn't mean the guy's got to start. If he can give you 15 or 20 points a game, say he gives you 17 and 6, 17 and 8. Are you happy with that? Hell yeah, I'm happy with that. If he averages 17 and 8, there's going to be games where he's over 20. So, yeah, some of that's on Billy Donovan, realizing or failing to realize, or again, maybe that's not his call. Maybe it's coming from Acme. Like, nope. Our Terrence Carter show might be like, no, he's starting. He's $90 million in. He's starting. And at that point, Tied. King Booker Will says, I'm convinced that Billy Donovan, Matt Eberflus, and the coach from the Blackhawks are the same dude with different masks. Oh, man. Well, listen. Let me take a quick break. All right? Let me take a quick break. Get the warden off to CrossFit. And on the other side of the break, we will get to our top of the morning topics, I promise you. All right? So do me a favor. Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Many will hear the calling. Few will earn the title. United States Marine. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings.
I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
We are looking for a few heroes, mentors, trailblazers, innovators, a passion to change lives, spark curiosity, open hearts, and awaken minds, help students answer the question, who am I? This could be your calling, but this is no job. It's the journey of a lifetime. Be a hero. Be a teacher.
Mental health and learning disorders don't discriminate. 17 million children and adolescents in the United States live with disorders like anxiety, depression, ADHD, and dyslexia. Less than half get the help they need to thrive. Help the Child Mind Institute change these children's lives. Visit childmind.org.
His effective field goal percentage, 90.
Oh, Lonzo. Got all six. First 10 to shoot. Holiday driving.
Another turnover.
And Dosunmu with the takeaway. He is a blur. Porzingis got a hand on the ball. Here's Lonzo for three. He hits another.
Northeast, Northeast.
Did he write the Cooper Flag story?
He did.
Yeah.
He called me on that.
Yeah. Dosunmu, a warm-up jumper.
He's catching up to Porzingis here.
Giddy.
Could have been a three by Derek White, but guys are driving the ball.
Williams grimaced. Grabbing at his right foot. Hope he's okay. Phillips banks it in.
Welcome back to Shawn and Maya in the morning at Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of NBC Sports. Boston. Those are our boys. All right. The other night, a rough night in Beantown. Rough night for the boys. All right, but listen, let's get to it, guys. You know how we do. The first segment of every show is called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Here we go, baby. Start right here. The Bulls. With a tough one, baby. On Wednesday, the Bulls fall to the Boston Celtics. Wicked Pissa. 122-100 in Boston in the JD Garden, the TD Trade Garden, I think it is. Anyway, Kobe White led the Bulls with 16 points, along with Patrick Williams. He had 16.7 rebounds, 4 assists. Ayodosunmu 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. They were without Zach LaVine, who was out there. He got blown out. Matas Bucelis, 12 points, 3 rebounds. And you know what? I'm telling you, I love that kid. That kid is one person you build around. One person you build around. So they got one of them kids. They got, and I don't think he's going to be a superstar. I think he's going to be a quality piece. Quality piece. Sorry, I had hit the mute button. So yeah, so our bullies, rough game. But you know what? There's always another game. Next Top of the Morning topic tonight. The Bulls travel north of the border to face the Toronto Raptors. Tip-off is at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, 670 a.m. Zach going to be playing tonight? Let me see. He should be. Yeah. Also, if you notice, I don't know if you, Zach and Vucevic were both omitted from the All-Star game, from the Eastern Conference reserves. Zach LaVine and Vooch were beaten out, and this is according to Joe Cowley in the Sun-Times. He said they were beaten out by Jaylen Brown, Pascal Siakam, Darius Garland, Cade Cunningham, Evan Mobley, Damian Lillard, and Tyler Hero. And he said LaVine was a snub, but unfortunately his complaints would fall on deaf ears, saying that seeing that Maxey, Halliburton, Trae Young could all make better cases. Cade Cunningham, the young kid from Detroit, making his first All-Star appearance. That dude he's a problem. He's a real problem. But they got snubbed from All-Star contention. And it's tough. Every year you get people who are snubbed. Okay. And the fact that you play for a shitty team and your record is horrible doesn't help matters. Doesn't help matters at all. So. Oh man, my man Plank checking in and said, good morning, Shawn. Sports Owners. Happy Friday, everyone. Bear down. Bear down, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Bear the freak down. Let's keep it moving. Next Top of the Morning topic. The Blackhawks. Woohoo. Yesterday, the Blackhawks, they fall to the Carolina Hurricanes 3-2. 3-2. Why did I put 1? Silly me. There we go. 3-2. Ilya Mikheyev, sorry. He lit the lamp for the 9th time this season, and Connor Bedard, who's been kind of hot as of late, lit the lamp for the 15th time this year. Assists on all those goals. Foligno his 12th. Dickinson his 9th. Seth Jones his 19th assist of the year. I like the fact that Bedard's been on a little bit of a tear. That's our dude, man. We have to make sure that he continues to develop, regardless of the record, regardless of everything. That young man has to develop. Jay Grizz says Buzelis could be like a Nikola Mirotic type of player. I'm thinking he could be like a Lauri Markkanen, like a poor man's Dirk. That's a guy. He can do everything, man. This Joker is 6'10". Listen, hold on. Face for this. Realize he's 6'10", 205. 6'10", 205. You know how skinny? Dude, guys, they say the camera adds 10 pounds. Well, even with that 10 pounds, he looks super skinny. Can you imagine him in person? 6'10", 205. He's got to get to 220. He's got to get to 220, and he'll get there in a couple of years. You get to eat all you want, hit the weight room. We're going to see him fill out like Lauri Markkanen did. So now he can go down and bang down low. He won't get pushed off the blocks. He won't be manhandled. No one can play bully ball against him. He'll be able to hold his own. And imagine that kid. This kid has got, he's got that attitude. He's got that edge. This kid's got it. And imagine him with the strength when he gets stronger. Well, despite the Blackhawks loss yesterday, what did I say? The games still keep coming. Saturday, tomorrow, the Blackhawks travel to South Florida to face the Florida Panthers. Puck drop is at high noon. Okay? You can catch that game on ABC 7 Chicago. It's on Channel 7 here. Or you can catch it on listen to it on their flagship station, 7:20 a.m. Let's get Connor Bedard another goal and another assist. That's what I'm talking about. Next top of the morning topic, it was she's back, baby. The Sky signed Courtney Vandersloot to a 1-year deal. However, unfortunately, this deal can't be official or can't be announced until tomorrow. All right. February 1st is the day that everything can be announced. Courtney Vandersloot started her career with the Sky. 12 seasons. She made her mark here in Chicago. And then the last 2, she was with the New York Liberty. So she was part of the Sky's first franchise first WNBA championship back in 2021. And then she also helped the Liberty win their first title, the New York Liberty, in 2024. So it's a 1-year deal. Multiple sources, and this is according to Annie Costabile and the Chicago Sun-Times. A 1-year deal to return to the Sky. And the terms of her deal can't be made official until tomorrow. But what she did was she changed her bio. It said New York Liberty because that's what she was playing, and she changed it to read Chicago Sky. All right, she's a 4-time All-Star, 6-time assist leader. She set the WNBA single game assist record at 18, which has since been broken by Caitlin Clark. Okay. Man, she's amazing. She is amazing. And while she was in New York, she added another assist title and an All-Star nod while she was in New York. Okay, her and Allie Quigley, who are married, were probably the main reason that Candace Parker signed here in Chicago. Michelle Wallace said he needs to add about 30 pounds to his frame. Yeah, get him to 225, 20 pounds. That'd be good, bro. 30 pounds, 235, but 6'10. That's I can even go 235. I can go 235. Yeah, return on Sloot. Yeah, I'm happy for that. You know, she's a veteran, and this team needs leadership. This team needs veteran leadership. All right, she could kind of be the cagey vet in the locker room, full of young stars, Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, but they need a three-point shooter. They need a dead-eye, knock-down three-point shooter. That's exactly what this guy needs. If they can get that, now you're cooking with gas. If they can get that, they're cooking with gas. And that'll be something awesome. Because that's the thing the Sky don't have. I mean, imagine going down, dumping it into the post, having Angel Reese dribble or Camila Cardoso dribble. Nothing. They collapse. They kick it out to a three-point shooter. Splack out. Gotcha. And then when they don't, let Angel Reese or Camila Cardoso, let them go to work downstairs. Down low. Down low. Get low, get low, get low, get low. So, got to get that three-point shooter. Got to get that three-point shooter. The next top of the morning topic, Bears, baby. The Bears. You've seen Ryan Poles, Bears general manager, was spotted at the Senior Bowl day 2 down in Mobile, Alabama. I don't know who that big dude is next in front of Poles, but with his big back and shit. It's a healthy man. But it's interesting. And remember, I was saying how early this seemed that the Senior Bowl was taking place. It seemed early. Maybe I just lost track of time. But it seemed early. So not only were they down in Mobile, Alabama, but one of my guys from high school, a friend of mine, Brian Herrera, lives down there. And I was talking to him like, damn, dude, like, how did you get to Mobile? Who the hell moves to Mobile from Chicago? But not only were they down in Mobile, but guess what? They signed a defensive coach. Bill Johnson. The Bears signed Bill Johnson now. Many people think it's their D-line to be their D-line coach. According to Brad Biggs this morning, said he's probably not going to be their D-line coach. They're probably going to go get another one, another D-line coach. He might be a senior defensive assistant. But according to Brad Biggs, who was on the radio this morning, 6:70 a.m., he said he most likely won't be the defensive line coach. They still have to hire an offensive line coach. They brought the guy in from Ohio State. They brought in for Shar. What was the guy's name? I don't want to butcher it. Yeah, Dan Rochar. So if they get the offensive line coach from, what's this all about? If they get the offensive line coach from Ohio State, this guy comes with a resume. This guy comes with a lot of accolades. This guy comes with a serious, serious resume. He's got a lot of people in the NFL, a lot of first rounders. And you want a guy who's able to prepare. So he's been able to prepare those guys for the next level. And now if he comes here, maybe he can get these guys ready and get them and coach them up to the point where they're all pro caliber. But this guy, Bill Johnson, is a defensive coach. As I said, probably not going to be the defensive line. Probably just a defensive assistant. King Booker World said he helped develop Aaron Donald. Well, Aaron Donald wasn't bad. Jiggers, what are you talking about from Cap and Hood? I'm not sure what you're saying. Not sure what you're saying. King Booker World, I think you took the words right out of my mouth. The experience that this coaching staff will have is incredible. And that's important for a new head coach, a first-time head coach. To have people who are experienced, who can be a sounding board, who've gone through quite a few things. The defensive coordinator, you can, for all intents and purposes, you can say, hey, Coach Allen, just take care of it. All right, I trust you. Because not only has he been a defensive coach, defensive coordinator, he's been a head coach. He was a head coach for the Saints. So he has that with him. All right, if you get now Bill Johnson as well, man, you want to insulate this young man or this coach in Ben Johnson. You want to insulate him with as many head coaches and experienced coaches as you can. Because they'll make his job easier. Because they've been through a lot of the things that he's about to go through. Dude, you said you didn't know who it is that was standing next to poles in the previous shot. Oh, that's the dude. He's from Cap and Hood. Let's see. Okay. You know that for sure. You're saying that's Jason Hood. So, no, for sure he's from Cap and Hood, or are you talking about he's saying that's Jason Hood? Oh, he looks like Hood. I get it. That's funny. That's funny. But the Bears brass, they got to do something. They really got to get this offensive line coach in. All right, so I've heard a couple people. So Nicholas Mariano's down there. He used to work for CHGO. He's been doing some work with the Bigs. He's down there. Clay Harbor's down there. He's with Chicago Sports Network. Quite a few people. NFL Network is down there as well. ESPN. College Game Day is going to be down there Saturday for the game. And for multiple reports, this draft is deep in offensive linemen. Now, it might not have a lot of great offensive linemen, but it's deep in offensive linemen. And that's okay. Because my whole thing is I don't need the best right guard, right center, right guard, right tackle, center, left guard, left tackle. I don't need the best at each position. I need 5 guys who can work together efficiently, effectively. That's what we need. Like, and personally, I don't want to go anywhere outside the first 2 rounds for an offensive lineman. Not this year. No. Not this year. However, one of the things, the Bears are expected to be heavily pursuing Chiefs guard Trey Smith and Falcons center Drew Dalman in free agency. So if you get Trey Smith and Drew Dalman in free agency, now you have 3/5 of your offensive line set. And trust me, Trey Smith is going to cost a pretty penny. He's going to be in the prime of his career. He's a stud guard. Doesn't really have an injury history. So we're talking 25, 30 mil. 25, 30 mil a year. Are the Bears willing to go that high for a guard? No, Shorty, no. No, Grizz, no. You want Ashton Jeanty too, huh? No. Give me a left tackle. Or give me an edge rusher. Give me an offensive tackle. Give me an edge rusher. That first round pick. The 2 second-round picks. Now you go offense, defense. 1 O-line, 1 D-line. Jay Grizz says, that's not very SuperBack-ish of you, Shawn. Hey, I'm telling you, there's so much. It's offensive line. They say edge, offensive line, and running back are deep this year. So Cornelius, so you're thinking an edge rusher in the first round. We only have 1 first round pick, 2 second round picks. Steve-O says, I like that it frees up an edge in the first. It does. If you sign these 2 jokers, it definitely allows you to go after an edge. Definitely. And, hold on, player. Let me take this down. Ian Cunningham is in talks to be general manager. Was it Jacksonville? Oh goodness, I just forgot where. And I'll tell you what, if he becomes the general manager, if he gets the general manager gig, well then guess what? The Bears get 2 third-round picks, 1 in the 25 NFL draft, 1 in the 2026 NFL draft. Get Paula Abdul or Prince Hakeem at 10. Cornelius, I hear you go edging this Mason to us. I don't think Mason Graham will fall to us, but if he does, man, scoop that joker up in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Yeah, no, Steve. Well, 2/3, 25, 125, 126. Mr. Shorty says the first offensive lineman talent is just not there. I mean, first round offense. Do we need an edge over a speedy running back? Did we forget about Booker? I just don't see him. And you might have a different valuation of him than I do, but I'm not a big. I'm not saying he stinks. I'm not saying I don't like him. All I'm saying is I don't think that he's worth the first round pick for us. That's all I'm saying. The one thing that he didn't have that I see, like Barry was a different. He's about the size of Barry Sanders. But the thing that Barry had was the ability to stop and start. His lateral movement was, I mean, hell, he busted 2 ACLs on 2 different players in one run. He had great blocking at Boise State. If you watch film on that, and this is why the blocking scheme, the timing that he had with his offense. They double team the down lineman, and as Janty's about to get to the hole, they peel off and hit the second level, and boom, it connected the second level, and there's Janty going by. So the timing that he had with his offensive lineman was incredible. Incredible. I didn't see him do stuff like Barry. I didn't see him stop and start and really cause people problems. He caused people problems because his offensive line was good. They were in sync. Cornelius says, I like the running back from Kansas, Devin Neal. He should be there in the 3rd or 4th round. There's a lot of good running backs. And I'll tell you what, before we go to a break, I was very, very, very surprised at DeAndre Swift. Very surprised. I did not, if you heard me Wednesday with Herb, I did not think he'd be that tough in between the tackles. I did not think he'd be that productive in between the tackles. This joker was able to run between the tackles. Now, we need a bigger guy now. Shorty, my 40 time is in the 5s now. Back in the day, you got me at a 4.5. 4.5 at 2. I was 5'11", 205. Running a 4.5. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. And trust me, you would have seen me running, toting the rock for the Bears if it wasn't for Rashawn Salam, God rest his soul. I told you guys that story, how he stopped me. Because of him, I didn't get a trial with the Bears. So I will never forgive him. I know he's dead. Rest in peace. But still. Oh, my God. Who was the director of player personnel? Oh, goodness. Every time I tell a story, I say his name, and I just can't remember his name. But I had a conversation with him twice. 3 times. I can't. But that's the one. Rashawn, I just fumbled the ball out of nowhere on a 55-yard run. Salam. Yes. God rest his soul. That's the one. That's the one. Well, listen, we're going to take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we got more sports talk for you guys. So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn and Maya in the morning on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
Time out. How are you feeling right now? Happy? Excited? Angry? Overwhelmed? One of the best things you can do for your mind health is to name what you're feeling. It can sharpen your awareness and help you talk about your feelings with someone you trust. Here are 3 questions to ask yourself. Where are your thoughts right now? In the past, the present, the future? Do you notice any sensations in your body? Is your heart beating fast? Is there a flutter in your stomach? Or are you fully relaxed? What do you need right now? Time with others? Time to yourself? Remember, there's power in this awareness. So find ways to identify what you're feeling today.
Hi, guys. Hey. Hi, Megan. Hey, Jessica. Megan, you're a tramp. Brian Fitch told me you guys made out. Everybody knows. He said your breath smells like garbage. And he almost puked. He says you're the most desperate girl he knows, besides your mom. How many boyfriends does she have anyway? Lots? Your makeup makes you look like a clown. That zit is huge, zit face.
Hey, bud, what you doing?
I'm playing with cars.
Cars? Can you show me what a car does? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. First of all, this is a school zone. So you need to put down your cell phone, stop texting, and let's get to driving. Now you're coming up to a stop sign, right? You need to slow down and stop before you hit that Y line. I want you to look left, right, left. You don't want to get hit by a car going on your left, and to your right to make sure you don't get sideswiped by a guy coming from your right. You're coming, and you see a crosswalk. You better slow your horses down, because the #1 rule of driving is always yield to pedestrians. Now stop, pull over, and you are done driving. Gosh, what do they teach you kids in school nowadays?
Yeah, I think we want to be an attacking, aggressive style of defense. I think we want to take the fight to the offense and not let the offense dictate the tempo to us. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to challenge everything. We're going to play the game the right way. We're going to play it tough, physical, brand of football. And I think the brand of football that you come to expect at the Chicago Bears. The answer to the question is, yeah, I took a look a little bit at the pieces on defense. I felt like there were some pieces in place. In particular, I think there's some things that we have to have in the secondary that I like. I think there's some pieces at linebacker that I'm encouraged by. I think there's a couple of spots up front that I feel like we've got some players. So I think the foundation is there defensively. And I think
welcome back to Shawn and Morning on Sports Zone Chicago. That clip courtesy of Chicago Bears. That was our new defensive coordinator, Dennis Allen, talking about got a couple nice pieces in the secondary. I was like, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. When you got, and he actually went on to single out Kyler Gordon. All right. He went on to single out Kyler Gordon. And he also knows he's got Jalen Johnson. And Ben Johnson, and according to, Herb talked about it. Ben Johnson said to the Chicago media, they didn't go after Jalen. They didn't go at Jalen. That's how much respect they had for Jalen Johnson. They didn't go at him. Because how many times did we see people go at Jalen Johnson and it ended up pretty bad? If you did catch a pass, you were tackled pretty much right there. And of course, there's a couple times he gave up some plays. It happens. You deal with all the top receivers in our just in our division alone. But throughout the NFL, you're going to give up some big plays. And he gave up some plays, but they weren't huge plays. Jalen Johnson's the real deal. I was still, even though he got that new money, I was still a little leery. Man, he was a real deal. But again, he also, like I said, he singled out Kyler Gordon. I think Tyreek Stevenson is going to be a good, or a much improved player moving forward. Because here's who we have. We don't really talk about this, but where'd you go here? There's some other pieces here. Here we go. J.C. Bears, the quarterback coach. Chicagoland's very own Antoine Randall L., the assistant head coach, receivers coach. And Al Harris, defensive pass game coordinator, defensive back coach. I think they're going to play a little more man. I think Tyreek Stevenson is going to have a good year. He's very aggressive. He's very physical. I think that plays right into that style. I think this could be a really, really big year for Tyreek Stevenson. And Antoine Randall L., I really want to see, you saw the Detroit wide receivers really take off to a new level. The Detroit wide receivers, not only were they phenomenal in route running, catching passes, but they also, all of them love to block, which is exactly what we need here. So I'm really excited for Antoine Randall L., Chicagoland's very own, Thornton. Yes, a more disciplined Stephen King, Book of World. Cornelia said, Billy's getting hurt, really hurt the defense. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it was. It was. That was the thing, is he didn't have that big run stuffer up the middle who could also penetrate and collapse the pocket from the inside. That's what you didn't have. So good luck to him. I hope he's able to make a good recovery. And he's back at 100%. He should be, but I hope he's back at 100% by the time the season starts. I'm not worried about OTAs and all the other stuff. Yeah, you're right. Shorty says, I love how Ben was like, damn, I really wish I could have Randall as my wide receiver coach. I'll just make him my assistant head coach. Yeah. Yeah. When you find a way. When you want something done, you find a way to get it done. Jay Grizz says, yeah, I think Stevenson's going to have a chip on his shoulder from King Book of World cracking jokes on him all last season after the Commanders game. Yeah, not just King Book of World. Bears Nation and the media. I hope he does have a chip on his shoulder. I hope he has such a chip on his shoulder that he goes out to prove everyone he is a number one cornerback. I would love for him to go out with that mentality to prove to everyone I'm a number one corner. I'm a shutdown corner. Because if he shows any trace of that, any trace of being a shutdown corner, teams are screwed. Jalen Johnson on one side, Tyreek Stevenson on the other side? Come on, man. And Spider-Man, Kyler Gordon is in the nickel slot. So he's got to refocus, and here's where we need leadership. Here's where we need leadership. Someone needs to go up to Tyreek Stevenson and say, hey, listen, You want the best way to put that situation behind you from last year? Go out and ball out. Go out and make the Pro Bowl this year. Go out, be physical. Go out, break up, get tons of PBUs. Go get more interceptions this year. Make a couple of Sports Center highlight hits. Let your play do the talking. This is how you get that. You put that shit behind you. Because I tell you what, people will forget quick, fast, in a hurry. You get a pick six. You get a couple pass breakups. You get a nice hit where the wide receiver's got to take a timeout or take a knee because you knocked the wind out of them. These are all things that we need you to do this year, Tyreek. Because if you do, man, this defense, they can blitz like a Mother Hubbard. They can bring people. If they're comfortable with you and Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon and man, whew, linebackers can come. We can send 5, maybe 6. But I hope he took that embarrassment last year against the Commanders game and turns it into a positive. Uses it as motivation for this season. All right, he's got to learn how to be a pro. That's the problem. That's what we need. He has to learn how to be a pro. Because he's got the talent. And when I interviewed him one time, it was not this past season, not 24, 23 when I interviewed him. He had a pick. And I asked him, I said, did you bait the quarterback into thinking you had the flats? Because it was a cover 2. And the soft spot between the cover 2 is behind the corner in front of the safety. In front of the half-field safety. That's the soft spot. But DBs are good enough where you can, if you bait them, you can make a quarterback think you're staying in the flat for like the tight end flat route or running back and out route. But you're really waiting for him to throw it over you. And as soon as you see that ball leave, boom, you put your foot in the ground and you go back. And that's what he did. And I asked him, I said, did you bait the quarterback thinking you had the flat? You were saying the flats and you dropped. He said, yeah. He goes, I've been watching tape of Jalen. Jalen Johnson does that a lot in cover 2. So you have someone he looks up to. So now it's Jalen doing the right thing. He's doing the right thing on the field, off the field, in meetings, in the weight room. But yeah, there's a lot going on, and I like it. I like it with this young team. And you know one guy that I really need to step up? I didn't hear jack spit from him at all last year. Montez Sweat. What do you have, like 4 sacks, 4.5 sacks? Like, come on, dude. What the hell? And don't give me the shit you're getting double teamed. Great pass rushers get double teamed and still make plays. Don't give me that nonsense. Oh, snap. A man from across the border. Oh, you're just calling because the Bulls are playing the Toronto Raptors, huh? You Canuck. Kez is in the building. The Sports Zone Chicago, top of the morning to you, SuperBack. Kez the Canuck is in the house. But see, this is what this team needs. They need leadership. When you have a guy who has a rough year, like Tyreek Stevenson did, that is fuel. And if not, then I hope Al Harris goes up to him and says, hey, listen, look at the bullshit that happened last year. Whatever happened last year, use it as fuel because you have the talent. You're more than enough. You have all the talent in the world to be a top-notch corner, to be a Pro Bowl cornerback in this league. How bad do you want it? Do you want to be good? Do you want to be great? Because whenever you want to take a rest, whenever you want to go home as opposed to watching extra film here or getting another lift in, ask yourself, good or great? End of story. That's it. Good or great? And that'll determine what it is you need to do. Your ass needs to be one of the first ones in here and the last ones out. Because you can always watch film. You can always hit the weight room. You can always recover, get massages, get stretches, get stem, get cold ice baths, a whole bunch of things for your body. And everything is there at Hal's Hall for you. Everything. They feed you there. Like you should never have to spend. You should never have to spend money on food unless you're going out with the boys. You get there, you practice, they give you snacks, they give you post-practice meals. If you're working out, they give you meals there, they give you all kinds of stuff. They feed you when you're there. So I'm looking forward to see if we can unlock Tyreek Stevenson. He's a bigger, taller. He's about 6'1". Tyreek Stevenson, he's taller than Jalen Johnson. I'm taller than Jalen Johnson. And I'm 5'11". So he's about 5'9", 5'10". Ted says, we the North. Brandon says, my mom, iPad not charging. We need to get a new one, or does she need to keep the same? Well, clean the ports. All right, take some rubbing alcohol, clean the port of the it might just be the cord that's not working. That's all. But this Bears team, there's a lot of people here who could have a phenomenal comeback season. Montez Sweat is one of them. And in the locker room, I get this feel about him. I don't know how hard he works. So I'm not there on the beat. I'm not there every day. And even if I was, I wouldn't be able to watch him practice. Media doesn't get to watch practice. I feel like he's talented, extremely talented, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who grinds. It seems to me, and this is my opinion, it seems to me like he's one of those guys who's really, really talented and lets his talent take him to where he needs to go, as opposed to having that talent, working your ass off harder than anybody else because you're more talented than most. See, that's the problem. Who's the leader in there? Who's the one to get in his face and say, you know how talented you are? I need you working a lot harder than everybody else. Because if you get the youngsters in there saying, look at this guy, he's an all-pro, and he's working his ass off, guess what does that mean? What does that mean for me? It means I have no choice but to work my ass off as hard, if not harder than you. And you're an all-pro. I find it extremely difficult to believe that there are teams who don't have that mentality. I think back and, man, I was always on a team with leaders. Maybe I was just a fortunate one, but God bless it. You know, Tyreek Stevenson could have a good year. Montez Sweat could have another good year. Have another good year like the year we had when we got him, leading the Washington franchise and the Chicago franchise in sacks that same year. Becoming a monster, where it's imperative that they chip you every single time. Then other people make plays. Austin Booker, you're not a rookie anymore. We're going to need some pressure out of you. If you go through the list of these guys, and I haven't even mentioned Caleb. I haven't even mentioned him. I'm just talking about the defense right now. And the plethora of talented young men that they have. There you go. Yeah, it's, who they have as their old line coach. And there was some talk about Olin. I'm like, that's not going to happen. I would love for it to happen, but that's not going to happen. There's no one that would take their job more seriously. That includes Ben Johnson than Olin Kreutz if he was named the offensive line coach. If he got that gig, there'd be no one who would outwork him as a coach, because he understands what it means to play for this organization. He understands it. He's been there. He's done that. And he'll make leaders on this team. I want to see one of our offensive linemen be a captain. I want to see one of our offensive linemen be a bad Mother Hubbard. Darnell Wright seems like maybe a little too nice. We need another guy in that offensive line. One of those guys has to be a captain. One of those guys has to be a leader. If we can get that, now I know our offensive line is going in the right direction. When one of those guys, one of those starting five is a captain. Now you're cooking with gas. Because that means he's got his whole offensive line in check. Oh, we're talking about Todd Bell. The shorty said, did Todd Bell play in 86 when the D was statistically better? No, he held out in 05. I mean, 85. Yeah, Cornelius said the hit on Todd that he put on Joe Washington on the Washington Redskins back then. Whew. Oh, you talk about digging deep in the pockets, huh, shorty? $20 an hour instead of $15. 33% increase, huh? But I'm really excited. I really am. And I hope you are too. All right. I hope you are too. And for a lot of reasons. All right. We'll go to the offense. You have a phenomenal offensive mind who is our head coach. He was the belle of the ball. All these teams wanted him. The McCaskies beat Tom Brady. Because Tom Brady wanted him in Vegas, in Las Vegas. He wanted him there. And he chose the Bears over the Raiders. So I'm excited to see what he does with Caleb. I really am. I'm excited to see how he builds his offense around Caleb. That's what I'm really excited to see. Because when you get a guy who plays well, when you build an offense around him, that means everything you do for this kid's going to be comfortable. Everything. You're not going to ask him to do things that are difficult or things that make him uncomfortable if you build your offense around him. Now, you may have to go under center a little more, but that's okay. That'll help the timing and the rhythm of your throws. It'll help you. 1, 2, 3, throw. 1, 2, 3, bounce. Throw. 1, 2, 3, bounce. First read, second read, nothing. Throw a sucker out of bounds if I don't have a lane to run. Same thing on a 5-step. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Throw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bounce. First read, second read, third read, nothing. Throw or run. You're right, King Booker World. It says a lot. It said he wanted to be here. When he canceled the interviews with Vegas, so that right there makes him get my respect. Hell yeah, it gives me a lot. I have a lot of respect for him for choosing us. Cornelius says, man, it feels good knowing that the Bears finally have one of the top offensive minds in football. Yeah, it does. Although it still seems surreal because we haven't seen anything yet. I can't wait till we see some stuff. And even in the preseason, you're not going to see a lot. But I still want to see Ben Johnson call plays. I still want to see Caleb ascend to the next level, getting us to the playoffs. Maybe a deep run in the playoffs. But just get us there. I'm excited because there's a new, what was it? 48 hours. 48 hours. I'm dating myself. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Reggie Hammond. Y'all be cool. Right on. As he takes some toothpick out of his mouth. There's a new sheriff in town. His name is OG Ben Johnson. Y'all be cool. Right on. You know it, King Booker World. You know it. What do you mean, King Booker World? You said it also goes to show some of these media types just be bumping their gums, talking and saying anything. I don't know what do you mean by that? And don't get me wrong, there's still work to do. But we're not far off. We're not far off. Jay Grizz says Mark Carrier laid the wood too. Yeah. He led the league in interceptions as a rookie with 10. Mark Carrier from USC. And the media was saying he wanted Poles gone. Yeah. Shorty says, Cornelius, exactly. We finally are not reaching to find something good about our head coach, our OC, our head coach or our quarterback. Yeah. Yeah, it's a different feeling. It's a different feel because it seems like we are in the 21st century. That's what it feels like. Feels like we're in the 21st century of the NFL. Yeah, and he said Ben Johnson comes on TV talking about the relationship he has developed with Poles in a short time. Yeah, remember they had to do it over Zoom initially. He was still employed by the Lions. So that relationship was forged over Zoom meetings or a Zoom meeting. And I tell you what, maybe here's what I think. Truth be told, keep it a buck with you. I think he went back to Detroit because the Chicago job wasn't open last year. That's why I think he went back to Detroit. And he could always say, yeah, you know what, I wanted to finish some stuff. And that could very well be true. He may have said, hey, the job's not open, so I can stay here because the job's not open. Also because I got some unfinished business. Two things can be true at the same time. Yes, King Booker World, they are setting Ben Johnson up for success with his coaching staff. So what Poles does for this coach is going to be telling, because you're getting on the hot seat too, Mr. Poles. You better give that chef every single ingredient, the name brand that he wants. Hey, Ryan Poles, let OG Ben Johnson cook. Let him tell you what groceries to get. You go get it, and then you sit back, step out of the way, and let him go to work. He'll be in there like, you know, this offense, I'm excited for this offense because I know they're going to address the offensive line. They're going to. So I want to see what they do with the running back position. And I want to see Caleb and his relationship with DJ Moore. I want to see that. DJ Moore missed 1,000 yards by what, 35, 36 yards? And that's not all on Caleb. Some of it is. Some of it is on DJ. A lot of it's on DJ Moore. How many drops did he have this year? Okay. But I want to see them have a relationship. I don't like the way that I feel that DJ Moore has kind of been, and I don't want to say frozen, because he did throw to him a lot. I don't like the way that he's not forcing the ball to DJ Moore. I need teams to make sure that they double, triple cover DJ Moore, so now Rome and maybe Keenan Allen or another wide receiver can get open. Otherwise, you force feed that son of a gun. You force feed the ball down his throat. I want it to be like Cutler to Marshall. He threw that sucker in triple coverage. Brandon Marshall came out with it. DJ is a stud. DJ Moore is a stud. I don't think there's any denying it. I can't deny it. I'm a fucking rider. You don't want to mess with me. That's DJ Moore. Give him the rock. Cornelius, I do agree. He said Caleb has to work on his deep ball. And sometimes you're just a deep ball thrower. Sometimes you're not. You can get better, but some people just have that knack. Justin Fields had that knack. Russell Wilson has that knack. Some guys just are great deep ball throwers. Others can work on it and become good deep ball throwers. Mr. Shorty, thank you. He says, Shawn in chat, I just want to say after 3 years of doing my own Bears podcast, I really don't watch any other podcasts anymore. I love this podcast and look forward to it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thank you, Papa. I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. He goes on and says, because Shawn is awesome and you all in the chat have become family. Jay Grizz said, do you think DJ Moore could be utilized how Ben used Jamison Williams in Detroit? You mean like as more go routes, more using his speed? I think he can. If that's what you mean, then yes. I think when they're in man, you got to go to – and that's the thing. That's the thing that bugs me. When they're in man, DJ's one of the best man beaters there are. No Diddy. No Diddy. DJ's a man beater. No Diddy. You know, but he's against man coverage. He's one of the best in the league. Get it to him. I think you can really do a lot of things with DJ. DJ doesn't look fast because his legs seem short to me. But DJ's taller than me. DJ's like 6, maybe 6 plus, 6 foot. He's a little taller than me. And he's got bigger legs, so his legs don't look they don't look long. You know, like Jamison Williams got thin legs, so his legs look long. And you got other receivers that are 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", and maybe have a shorter torso and longer legs, are like DJ Metcalf. Dude, that dude got a short torso. He can reach for his wallet like this. But I think you can do a lot. I think you can highlight DJ Moore and have him as one of the best receivers in the NFL. If you understand that in man, you look to him first, which is why it's imperative that he understands he's able to diagnose, look at the coverage pre-snap and post-snap, because it'll change. It'll change. So you think it's cover 2? Oh, stuff is man. That safety roll down is man free. Okay, now I have him on the corner route. I got to see him on the right side, and I have DJ Moore on the corner on the left side. I think DJ Moore is being held back by some of the offensive coordinators. I think you need to send him. He's a vertical threat. He's not a horizontal threat. Stop throwing these stupid screens at him. And I know he scored on one in the last game. I get it. But man, use him to the best of his ability. And that's downfield. That's deep ends. That's curls. Those are corner routes. Those are go routes. The thing is, DJ Moore comes down with everything. I know he had a couple drops this year, but he is his percentage, his catch percentage. Foul mouse, Chris in the house. Chris Edgerton, what's up, Papa? He's a beast with the ball in his hand. Yeah, he is. Because he's built like a running back. He's bottom heavy. He's bottom heavy. You know, he's not easy to bring down. The only way he's easy to bring down is you grab him by the shoulders. He's not very heavy. He's strong. He's not heavy. So if you lift him up, no matter how much you can squat, if you're able to lift my man up, which they do sometimes, taller DBs and linebackers. You see people lift up DJ and throw and sling him. Oh my goodness. Brandon says, have a good weekend. I'm gonna come back Monday. Hey, Monday will be in the afternoon. I have an appointment. I can't change it. We can't get it changed. So it'll be in the morning. Shit, Steve-O, do me a favor. Can you create a flyer? So we'll go on at 2 o'clock on Monday. We'll go 2 o'clock, 2 to 4 on Monday. Can you create a flyer? Shawn and I in the morning, Monday, February 3rd, 2 to 4 p.m. I forgot. Thank you. Thank you, Brandon. You reminded me. You jarred my memory. Can you do that for me, Steve-O? Thank you. Thank you, sir. So this receiving core, and I can't wait. So you got me fired up now, dudes. Like this receiving core, like DJ Moore and Roma Dunze. Like I'm not worried about Keenan Allen. If he comes back, great. If not, that's fine. But that could be one hell of a combo. DJ Moore and Roma Dunze. Because Roma Dunze is 6'3". He's a legit 6'3". Stood next to him in the locker room. Like, yeah, you're 6'3". I think it was only once. But I was like, yeah, you're legit 6'3". But to have that combo, and don't get me wrong, and let's not forget, let me get my first thought. Don't get me wrong. I would love for Keenan Allen to come back. I would. Okay, I would. But one thing that if he doesn't come back, one thing that they have to exploit is the tight end. They put Cole Kmet on the back of a milk carton last year. Why Caleb refuses to hit the tight end, I have no idea. I'll guarantee you, Ben Johnson's going to talk to him about that shit. Remember, he had Sam Laporta. He had TJ Hockenson and Sam Laporta. He's going to use that tight end. And he's got a good one. He's got a good tight end in Cole Kmet. Hell yeah. You know, Chris, I have no freaking idea. There's certain things, certain times in life where you just say, my guy is more of an athlete than your guy. So why they don't throw the ball up to Collins Johnson? I have no idea. Why they didn't throw the ball up to Roma Dunze when he did a lot of that in college, and he's got a 8-inch vert at 6'3"? I have no idea. Why you don't throw it to Cole Kmet, who's 6'5", against the linebacker? I have no idea. Why you don't throw the ball to DJ Moore, who's got a crazy vert, crazy strong hands? No idea. You can isolate people. You can set a tight end up the seam, right? If they're going man free, send a tight end up the seam to hold the safety, and now you got this corner all by yourself. You got this side of the field, the end zone, all by yourself. Throw it up. Chris, I have no idea why they haven't done that. The coach at Curie, when I was there, we had this young kid, Darnell Dixon. Nicest kid in the world. He was about 6'3", 6'4", 185 pounds. As skinny as the son of a gun. Skinny as, and we threw him the ball. And the first time he mossed somebody, you would have swore he thought he was Randy Moss. And the confidence it gave him for the rest of the season. I think he had like 4 to 6 mosses in the end zone. We got in the 15-yard line, threw it up. We had another guy, Marcel Poindexter, who's playing some semi-pro now and some flag, and he's another Randy Moss type stuff. And sometimes that's all you need. I don't need any exotic things, any rubs, any picks, anything like that. No. My guy who can jump out of the gym with these long-ass arms is going to be able to jump over your DB. Period. But why? For whatever reason, they don't do that. I have no idea. I guess because there's no creativity in that. And you don't look like a genius by coming up with some play. Actually, you do look like a genius because you maximize. What does Stacey King say? All my Bulls fans. What does Stacey King say when they switch and the big guy's got a guard on him and he goes right down to the post? What does Stacey King say? This is what Stacey King. Yeah, Chris, you know it, baby. Mouse in the house. Mouse in the house, free cheese. Mouse in the house, free cheese. You know it, Chris. Free cheese. You don't. Sometimes taking the low-hanging fruit shows how smart you are. You don't need to climb to the top of the apple tree to get an apple. There's lower ones here. Just grab one. Just grab a couple. You don't got to climb to the top of the tree. You don't get extra credit for saying, wow, you went to the top of the tree to get that apple. Yeah, but all the time you're climbing up there, I got like 8 or 10 apples because we're a little lower. Jay Grizz got a mouse in the house. You know it. So abuse people. And I hope Ben Johnson does that. I hope he does. Because you got Roma dudes, they did that shit all in college. And we've seen it. Go up. You saw in the fourth down, I forgot what game it was, the fourth down, where he back shouldered him. Caleb back shouldered Roma Dunze, jumped up over the dude, caught it, came down, first down. Was the Minnesota game here? They went to overtime. So you see what he can do. You know what he can do. Ben, you know what he can do. You did. Your scouts gave you the report on him coming out of college. You know what Roma Dunze can do. He led the NCAA in yards. You got him, and you got a true number one receiver in DJ Moore. Come on, man. You got to make it work. And I think Ben will. Because if he does, yeah, Colin Johnson. Here's the thing with Colin Johnson. He needs more reps. He needs more confidence. And the best way to give someone confidence is ask them to do what they're good at. Ask them to do what they are good at doing. Colin Johnson, 6'6". Arms like tree limbs. Here's an idea. Hey, Papa, go up and get that ball. Go up and get that ball. What you going to say? Hell yeah, throw it up. He's like running down the court. Hey, Jay Grizz, you're running down the court. You're right guy at fast break. You're just like, doo-doo. Just give him that look. Point guard knows it's going up. At 6'6", it doesn't have to come down. It can be a line drive or like a humpback line drive that if you don't get it, it goes into the first row because it's that high. There's certain things you do, certain skill sets that players have. Shit, Chris, you ain't lying. You can't teach 6'6". No, you can't. You cannot teach 6'6" with long-ass arms. You cannot teach 6'6" with long-ass arms. I'm sorry. Just can't do it. And see, this is why I got frustrated. This is why last year, remember this past season when I said they should play the Hall of Fame game. Remember, I was like, no, you don't want them to get hurt. You don't want to do this. I was like, they need as many reps as they can get, period. Remember that? So they ended up playing 4 preseason games. They didn't play the Hall of Fame game. They didn't play the last game. And they got, a half in one of the other ones? Come on, man. You were gifted that extra preseason game because of the Hall of Fame game, and you didn't use it. Don't give me he's going to get hurt. You can get hurt walking out. You can get hurt in the facility. You go out there, you play ball, and you come back, you pray for the best. Yeah, you want to use the big wide receivers just to block. Stop it. Use them. They're wide receivers. They can catch the ball. And Ben Johnson has got you have a plethora. I'm telling you, you got Roma Dunze, you still got Colin Johnson, you got Cole Kmet. You got 3 guys, 6'5" and above. Well, 6'3". But Roma Dunze got like a 40-inch vert. You know what? Let me not misspeak. I'll ask, what is Roma Dunze's vertical? What's vertical jump? Roma Dunze, wide receiver of the University of Washington, had a 39-inch vertical jump at the combine. Come on, man. He's fucking 6'3" with a 39-inch vertical. Throw the freaking ball up there and let him go get it. Yep, Roma Dunze, 39 inch at the combine, 2024 combine. 39 inches. Come on, bro. Come on, man. If Ben Johnson, remember I told you, and I say it all the time. If you take care of the little things, there are no big things. If you say, hey, wow, I got a guy who can jump out of the gym. Let me just throw it way up. Let me throw it up. Caleb, throw that ball on a line. Doesn't have to be a fastball, but throw it on a line that if he doesn't get it, it goes straight out of bounds into the third or fourth row. It should be eye level with somebody standing in the third row. That's how high that ball should be. Because if Rome don't get it or Colin Johnson don't get it, that dude's going home with a souvenir in the second row. But they make things difficult. And I hope Ben's able to do that, because imagine that knowing you have that this is what they're going to do. We're going to see. We're going to see. Red zone, putting pressure on defense's asses. Komet, Johnson, Adunze. Let me see what the coordinator going to do then. Yeah, what are you going to do? Komet 6'5", Johnson 6'6", Adunze 6'3" with a 39-inch vert. What the hell? And then don't forget DJ Moore. Don't forget DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. So this is going to be a good season. And I'm excited because someone just said? We got one of the best offensive minds in the game. He chose us. He chose us. So although I'm still going into the season with a little trepidation, my expectations are a little tempered. I'm looking at, we're pushing toward the playoffs this year. 2026, NFC title game. You know, if and 2026, hey, at that point, nope, it's on. It's on and popping in 2026. This year, playoffs. Fight for a playoff spot. I call it my dinosaur package. Prospect like Colin Johnson or Tyler Scott. Man, imagine them running across. All right, yeah, Colin Johnson in the slot, Tyler Scott on the outside. Colin Johnson runs a corner, and Tyler Scott runs he runs up the seam. So if you got to cover two, you are screwed. Because now what does that free safety do? Does he go to the corner? Because the corner's going to get there first. And if he vacates the corner, here comes Tyler Scott up the seam. Cornelius Squall says, you don't do what Ben Johnson did play calling wise 3 years in a row by accident. No, you don't. And that's why I love the fact that he said, we're breaking this thing down. He did everything. He looked at what he had. He had Jared Goff. Okay, what's best for him? I got Amon-Ra St. Brown. Okay, what's best for him? I got who's the fast one? Jameson Williams. After his gambling thing, I got him. How do I best use him? I got Sam Laporta. How do I best use him? I got these two running backs. How do I best use them? He found out and did it. Sign of an excellent coach. Guys, awesome show. I can't thank you enough for the love and support. The 2 hours is coming and going. I got to roll. I got to go get the warden from CrossFit. Guys, have a phenomenal weekend. Remember, we're going to be on at 2 o'clock on Monday. We'll be on in the afternoon. I'll post it here. If you don't follow me on Facebook, make sure you reach out and follow me on Facebook. All right? Follow me on Facebook. All right, so I'll post it there. Follow me on IG. You see it at the bottom, at the Shawn Sierra. All right? And I'll post it just to remind you. All right? So listen, everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, guys, have a phenomenal day. Let your loved ones know you love them, because you know what? Tomorrow is promised to no one. Tomorrow I'm going to CrossFit. We're having a hero watch for a guy who just passed away from the gym. right? 37 years old. He hadn't been there in a while. He was talking to the boss, and he was like, yeah, I'm going to come back soon. He didn't make it back. All right? Tomorrow is promised to no one. Let your loved ones know you love them. Get out there, enjoy the restaurant week. Man, I'm going to hit another 2 places, maybe 3. Anyway, guys, have a phenomenal weekend. Here in Chicago, stay dry, stay warm. Your boy, the SuperBack, and everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, have a phenomenal weekend. I am out.